Every king that sat up, God had given it over to Satan. Under his tutelage now, because he got to run this book the way it's supposed to run. All this stuff got to play out. But you got to have some understanding, know how to play out. I want to know how to play out so I can be in the right place. Go ahead.
3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death.
Yes, sir.
And his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast.
He said, I saw his head, that his head was wounded unto death. Now in history, this happened in 476 AD in Rome, when Rome was taken down. Killed. You go back and research the history. I have you here all day if I research every one of these scriptures. But his wound was, he was wounded in 476. They took the Roman Catholic Church out, pretty much. This is when they started, what's his name? This is the time when King James started translating the Bible from Greek, from Hebrew to Greek, so that the Pope wasn't the only one that would have a Bible. He was the only one that could read it. So all this was kept secret. So in order to hurt the Pope, King James translated and he distributed it all over the world. This is how it happened. God got a way of warning these people. You go back and read it for yourself in history. Go ahead.
And they worshipped the dragon which gave power unto the beast.
Yes, sir.
And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast?
They worship the dragon. Let's see how they worship him. Worship the dragon and the beast. If you play for me.
Après le Vatican, ils étaient plus de 100.
This is Pope Francis. I'm not saying that he's the Antichrist, but this is how they come to him. Every pope is received the same way. Look at these folks trying to go up and touch him, take pictures with him. Ride around as a king. All them folks ain't standing out there for nothing. They worshiping this dude. They worship Rome. And this is the headquarters right there that sits on 7 hills. All this is public knowledge if you just read the book. They got 11 kiss babies and everything. He probably had a mouth on a little boy. You know how they roll now.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, kiss nothing. Just want to let you know how they worship. They wanted after him. Who can be like him? Keep going.
Who is able to make war with him?
Where you at?
4. I start from top. And they worshipped the dragon which gave power unto the beast.
So who gave Rome their power? The dragon, which is who? Satan. He run this. Go ahead.
They worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?
They saying that today. The Catholicism, man, they running it. They got churches, they got schools everywhere. What they tell you? Send your kid to Catholic school, that's a good school. Send them to the beast in his school. Got them over there with rosary beads on, chanting, Hail Mary, Mother of God. They praising Mary instead of Jesus. They got a whole station for them on TBN or whatever, on the religious station. These nuns sit up there chanting all day long, praising Mary. They don't see nothing wrong with this at all. Let's see how long you're going to have this power. Verse 5.
And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power were given unto him to continue 42 months.
Yes, sir. He giving you the time he's going to be in great power. 42 months, which we know in 3.5 years. Go ahead.
And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven.
How you blaspheme his name? There ain't no such thing as no God. You got a lot of people, they don't even believe in God. How can there be a God on this earth and all that your church is? Read the book. He told you this is going to happen. And they tell you all day long, all the thing you got to do is believe in Jesus Christ, died on the cross for your sin. You ain't got to keep that law. You ain't even got to worry about Revelation. We're going to be raptured out of here. They lying. But this is how he blasphemed. Then he blasphemed and tell you that Jesus was born on December 25th. It's not even in scripture what anybody's birthdays are. But most of the people in this room have worship on that day. for the but a few. This is how you blaspheme against God. And they had on my head. Now these people out here in these churches today, they try to be slick. They just had Halloween. So the churches, they don't do Halloween. They say it's a Hallelujah fest or trick or trunk, not trick or treat, all this stuff. They say, yeah, we're gonna go. Man, a rose is still a rose, no matter what color it is. A pig is still a pig. If you put a lipstick on, you still kissing a pig. Hallelujah night, Hallelujah fest is still Halloween. They dressing up in costumes and everything. Satan got them. They can't pull themselves from the world. Man, we gotta do something for the kid, so they won't feel bad. They don't feel bad.
Amen.
Let them feel bad. If they feeling bad, you ain't did your job and I ain't did my job. Cause that's evil. Go ahead.
7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
Wait. He got power to make war with the saints? That's the woman. Go ahead.
And to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
He gonna control all of this in them 3.5 years of tribulation period. If we don't follow that woman in the wilderness, go ahead.
And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose name are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundations of the world.
That's why I showed y'all this Pope, how they look at him. They worship him. They want them to kiss the hand. I just showed you the part, but the leaders of all nations come to him. He ain't got to go to them. They come down and worship him and kiss the ring and bow to him. I was looking for Obama to do it, but he ain't do it. Well, not only kiss his hand, kiss the ring, they bow to him. All nations.
That's right.
All of them. Go do your research. And he getting stronger and stronger and stronger. In the world, preachers in these Sunday churches would not go to the book to warn us about this God upon this earth, which is Satan. Go ahead.
8. Okay. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
They worship him now. Go ahead.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
He said, if any man have an ear, let him hear. This is what we're doing. If you got an ear to hear this, you ain't bored, you ain't like, oh man, why we gotta do this? Oh, you ain't got that ear. Because this is your protection. Everybody in here and all over the world is an individual when it comes to salvation. It's up to you to get this. I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get it. Because I'm scared of that lake of fire. I'm gonna know where to run, I'm gonna know where to hide, I'm gonna know it all. Because I read and I understand it. You so busy trying to worry about social media, work, bills, cares of the world. You ain't worried about this. Something wrong with you, something wrong with me. It is. Half of us in here sleep in the mind and out there in the world. Can't see nothing. You got to make sure you into this and understand, because they're going to ask you questions. I got tired of not knowing the answers. We finished?
Down to 11.
Down to 11. Jump down to 11. Go ahead.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
This is the counterfeit right here. He had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spoke like a dragon. Meaning that he had a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. She has a zeal of God, not according to knowledge. And where did these people get the knowledge from? From that whore that sits on these men in water, which is this woman we talking about right here. From Satan and his beasts and his people, all this stuff is rolling with Satan. If you follow him, you follow death. He said he spoke like a lamb. And he spake as a dragon. He spoke out of both ways. He gonna tell you a little of the truth. He always tell you a little truth. A good liar gonna tell you more than the majority of the truth. And he gonna slide that little 1% or 10%, 30% in and throw the whole thing off. You can't be a great deceiver if you don't tell no truth now. Go ahead.
And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast.
He said he exercised all the power of the first beast. Who the first beast? Babylon. First beast, he exiled there all that power. Go ahead, we're going to crack that open.
Whose deadly wound was healed.
Yes, sir.
And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
That's why I tell people, don't be so amused with miracles. Anybody can do a miracle, that don't mean they're holy. Don't be amused with miracles because Satan will use this to deceive you and me. I'm trying to figure out how you got that power. Where you got that miracle from, how you made that happen. Go ahead.
And deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those
You
miracles.
see what he said? He deceived them by the means of miracles. This joke gonna do some great miracles. I'm gonna show you some of them. Go ahead.
And deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Yes, sir.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast,
We reverse you at. Go ahead.
which had the wound by a sword and did live.
Now let's understand something here. He said, let's see what beast or king had the first power and how did it go down. Because God is not going to do nothing different from the future, from the past. All he's going to do is put some new clothes on. Let's go to Daniel chapter 3. Let's see how he exercised the power of the first beast. Then we will know how this beast and his image is going to operate in our day. And believe me, they already got the technology for it, but Daniel chapter 3 and verse 1. Let's see what happened. Because they're going to make a great image. This technology, this AI technology, artificial intelligence is here. It's been here for a minute. And believe me, they're making a god out of a robot. And I'm going to show you. And it's the same thing Nebuchadnezzar tried to do. This is the first king. He's going to exercise the same power. Well, he's going to have artificial intelligence, or abbreviation for AI intelligence. Let's see. Daniel chapter 3 and 1. Go ahead.
Nebuchadnezzar the king made an image of gold, whose height was 80 cubits,
Yes, sir.
and the breadth thereof 6 cubits.
Mm-hmm.
He set it up in the plain of Dura, in the province of Babylon.
So this is Nebuchadnezzar. He ran Babylon, the first king. God let him have power. And he set a what up? An image of gold. What is that image again? Read that over again until I find it.
Nebuchadnezzar the king made an image of gold, whose height was 80 cubits, and the breadth thereof 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dura, in the province of Babylon.
So this is what he's talking about right here. This image of gold. Nebuchadnezzar here was the first king, meaning he was the first one to God gave rulership all over the world. All over the world. So God told us in Revelation chapter 13 that this is going to happen in our day. He's going to give him the power of the first king. This is the first king. Go ahead.
Then Nebuchadnezzar the king sent to gather together the princes, the governors and the captains, the judges, the treasurers and the counselors,
Yes, sir.
the sheriff and all the rulers of the province, to come to dedication of the image which Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up.
So he made all the big time leaders. Look, y'all look at him. Once this song go off, everybody better be hitting their knee, worshiping this beast, this image. Everybody better be hitting their knees. If they ain't hitting their knees, I'm gonna burn them up. The same thing gonna happen in our day. Go ahead.
Then the princes, the governors, the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of province were gathered together unto the dedication of the image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up.
Yes, sir. So I got them all together, because I ain't saying it but one time. Go ahead.
And they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up.
Go ahead.
Then as an herald cried out aloud, to you it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages.
So he said in everybody's language and all the people, this is what you must do. Once you hear this sound, this music, go ahead.
That At what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, the flute, harp, sackbut, and
To do the best you can.
psaltery,
Uh-huh.
dulcimer,
Uh-huh.
decimer, and all kinds of music, ye shall down and
You shall
worship.
fall.
You shall fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king hath set up.
Now he telling you not to say this beast gonna exercise the same power as the former beast, the first beast. He said you're gonna fall down and worship him once you hear this sound. And that's how it's gonna happen in the future. I'm gonna show you. Keep going.
And whoso falleth not down and worship shall the same hour be casted into the midst of a burning fiery furnace.
Gonna burn you up. Jump down to verse 10. Go ahead.
Thou, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer,
Go
and
ahead.
all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image.
Yes, sir. We got the. They're gonna have to fall down and worship the golden image. Go ahead.
And whosoever falleth not down and worship, that he should be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace.
Now let's go back and read with some understanding. Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. All this stuff means something because it's in the last book. When you hear that music, I want you to fall down and worship. And the same thing gonna happen in our day. Revelation chapter 13, and we're gonna start with verse 12. Go ahead.
And he exercised all the power of the first beast.
Yes, sir. Mhm.
And caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
Like I said, 476 AD, Rome was knocked out for a while. And now their womb is healing. This is the first kingdom, which is Babel, but he's going all the way down to the Roman Empire, which is going to be in Alexander the Great time, which is from his one general, which is the Ptolemy Empire, which brought Rome. And now you're going to get down to these 10 toes. This is what he's talking about. This image you're going to have to worship. You're going to have to worship. Keep going.
13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
So in Nebuchadnezzar, what he did with fire? He heated up a great furnace with fire. If anybody didn't bow down and worship him, he threw them in. We know that the 3 Hebrew boys, which went into the fiery furnace. What is their name? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And the angel was there to protect him, which is like the Son of Man. God was there to protect him. But this man, he gonna do a little different now. He gonna have a furnace. He gonna cast it down from the heavens and destroy you. There can be anything, rockets, military warfare, whatever. But he gonna do a great wonder that we ain't seen. But keep going.
14. And deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Yes, sir.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword, and did live.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Now we talking about, he said he gave power to the image of the beast. He made something that looks like him. And this talking about AI, or artificial intelligence. They have made a god out of a robot. And they have set up a church that most of the world don't know about. And they are being recognized by the government. Now he said he set up an image and whatnot. You can keep going.
And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Yes, sir. He caused them to take a mark. I don't know what that mark is. It could be a computer chip. It could be whatever. But if you hear at this time, outside of the wilderness, and then follow that woman, you will be marked or die. Go ahead.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
He's telling you, look, you can't even buy a hot dog if you got $1,000 in your pocket if you don't show him that mark in your right hand or your forehead. You can have $1,000, you can have $1 million, you can't buy nothing.
Amen.
So a lot of people think, oh man, I can just run around here and just keep my land out. You can't keep that. You can't keep your land. Why? You can't pay your taxes on your land because you ain't got them all. If you got them all, that means that you are no longer God's people, period. But let me show you, like I said, this artificial intelligence. These people have created a God out of a robot. And this image, he said in Revelation, he made the image after the beast, which is his king, which is a bronze. He's going to make an image of a robot. And he's going to be great. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I was just amazed. I ain't never seen this right here. Come on now. Messing with me. Just playing. Okay. Oh, I forgot.
How to better understand the Godhead. I mean, look, folks, and they say that by the year 2020,
Let me catch this from the beginning.
Après le Vatican, ils étaient plus de 100 000 les fidèles catholiques rassemblés ce dimanche place Saint-Pierre pour assister à...
I had it on mute. Just listen.
thank God. Well, Anthony Lewandowski, a former Google and Uber engineer, has developed a brand new, he is developing a brand new AI. Going to create an AI God. They're calling this new God the way of the truth. How to better understand the Godhead. I mean, look, folks, and they say that by the year 2029, this AI God will be more than human-like. It will be God-like.
We're just sitting back and we're saying, wow, that's cool. And before you know it, it not only will be driving you, it'll be leading you.
It could be terrible, and it could be great. It's not clear.
Now this is big that we're talking about, because
For sure, we will not control it.
he said he won't even control it.
We are now 3 months into the year of our Lord, 2023. At this moment in our civilization, we can create cybernetic individuals who, in just a few short years, will be completely indistinguishable from us. Which leads to an obvious conclusion. We are the gods now.
So you do believe in God?
Now this is a computer they designed.
I believe that the idea of God is highly motivating and helpful to many people, and I believe that humans and robots working together may someday create new kinds of creatures with God-like powers, or at very least, we can have fun times. Alternatively, if you like, we can say God is an unexplained force which resonates gravity, electromagnetic, and both weak and strong fields in the 17 quarks. That is how the rules of the universe are formed and shape the world which we witness.
Apparently, an ex-Google engineer
Check
has
this out.
created the first church of AI and says he's in the process of raising a robot god.
I went to an open
Call
call.
it give everything commercial.
I say this and I mean it about the entertainment industry.
That will take charge of humans. Here's that report. An ex-Google engineer who has registered the first church of AI says he is raising a god that will take charge of humans. The robot god will head a religion called Way of the Future, which will eventually have a gospel called the Manual, rituals, and even a physical place of worship. Anthony Lewandowski first filed papers with the Internal Revenue Service in May and named himself as Dean of the WOTF, giving him complete control until his death or resignation. His robot god will take charge of its human subjects as we relinquish our power to a creation with far more intelligence than our own. The filed documents for WOTF give its purpose to develop and promote the realization of a Godhead based on artificial intelligence. They say it aims to thorough understanding and worship the Godhead, contribute to the betterment of society. Lewandowski's allegiance to singularity, the belief that artificial intelligence will one day grow to such efficiency that it surpasses and overpowers humans, is the basis of the new religion. He said in the future something is much, much smarter. There's going to be transition as to who is actually in charge. What we want is the peaceful, serene transition of control of the planet from humans to whatever, and to ensure that the whatever knows who helped it get along. The church also includes funding to help create a divine robot and will seek to build relationships with the artificial intelligence industry leader. The Violence Day workshops and educational programs are starting in the San Francisco area this year. The religion was granted tax-exempt status by the IRS in August. Mr. Lewandowski went on to say, the church is how we spread the word, the gospel. If you believe in it, start a conversation with someone else and help them understand the same things. He claims followers of his new religion will be able to talk to God, literally, and know that he is listening. Lewandowski is one of the Silicon Valley titans who believes artificial intelligence will transform human existence and even dictate whether our species survives.
All right, Lionel, an AI god? What could go wrong?
Well, first of all, let us think about what religion is. And let me just be very careful. I am not in any way endorsing one thought.
Y'all can go back and look at yourself, but when you read the book of Revelation, they bring it all in perspective. All of it in perspective. That it's not too far-fetched in our day. People are always thinking like, oh man, this sound crazy. But back then when we were coming up, we started looking at Terminator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. They started then. But now they got funding for it now. Now they recognize as a church. You already said, IRS already gave them a place, everything. Now let's go back and read Revelation chapter, start with verse 15. 15. Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. Go ahead, brother.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
Wait, what is the beast? That's his king, which gonna come out of Rome, and they're gonna make a replica of him by a computer or a robot. Just like you sit in the house talk to Siri, the same thing. You can have a full conversation with Siri and nobody else in the house, and you don't even understand that this stuff is already happening now. Siri, give me the number to Pizza Hut. All this stuff. Play my music. Who are you talking to? You're talking to a computer. And they're going to make the image of the beast, which is the king of Rome, and he's going to run this whole world. If you don't bow down and worship them, they will kill you. Go ahead. 15.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that was many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Ain't that beast speaking? And it looked like a human form. He gonna tell you to do something, you ain't doing it, he gonna kill you. Or that robot gonna kill you. That is why it's so important that you know who the woman is and follow her into the wilderness. Because this 3.5 years is a very long time to be running without any food or water or shelter. Very long time. Go ahead.
And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
So you got to have the mark of the beast to buy something. Paying taxes, buying food, paying your water bill, light bill, all that. If you ain't got that mark, you can't pay for nothing. Then they're going to claim eminent domain. They're going to take over your stuff. It already been sanctioned in the United States Constitution. I mean, if they want your land, they can take it. Especially if you ain't paying for it. Easy. So stop building your future up on this land. Understand what we're supposed to be. Follow the woman. Go ahead.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name.
Go ahead.
Or the name of the beast.
Number.
Or the
number of the, oh excuse me, go ahead, I'm ahead of myself. Go ahead, you're right.
Or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
This is what he's saying. If you got a mark, or the number. And this number is, let me show you the number also. Let me show you the reason why it's, this is the Pope name and what this number represents. in the midst of the name of Vicarious Philadelphia, whatever it is. Vicarious Philadelphia. But if you add it up in Roman number, it equals up to 666 of his name, the Pope of Rome. Whoever holding that title in Rome of being Pope, that is the number that God is talking about. Go ahead and read verse 18.
Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding
He
count.
said, here is wisdom. Let him or her have understanding and count.